The following segment is sponsored by Angi. With summer officially here, homeowners around the country are looking to refresh their backyard spaces and get ready for the months ahead. Joining us now to discuss some of this year's top home improvement projects, along with some tips on sticking to a budget, is home expert at Angi, Mallory. Welcome, Mallory. Great to see you.
Great to be with y'all.
So what are some of the top outdoor projects homeowners are undertaking this summer?
Yeah. So ahead of this year's improvement season, which runs through May to August, we asked American homeowners, hey, what do you guys want to do this year, especially when it comes to your backyard space? And there were three projects that really rose to the top. One of those was building raised beds. The second was adding a garden feature. And lastly was putting in new sod. And in Utah, putting in new sod was the top project that people wanted to put on. So these are great projects because all of them are going to enhance the visual look of your yard and the aesthetics, but two of them, adding raised beds and new sod, are really those like nice function products where you're going to be able to get more out of your yards after you've taken on those projects.
Yes, making it look amazing. And do you have any tips to help homeowners stick to their budgets? Because, you know, we don't want to go over our budgets, right?
Yeah, especially this year where money seems a little bit tighter. I think the first place I recommend people starting is actually with a budget. So often we start from a point of inspiration, whether we see something on social media or online or with our friends and family, and we start there and then work into a budget. And that can often create a thing where your reality of your budget doesn't meet the expectation in terms of the outcome of the project. So start with a budget and then find inspiration sources that fit that budget. Next, I say once you have a nice budget set, talk to a couple local pros. Most local pros are going to be willing to work with your budget no matter what the budget is and help you really kind of keep that budget in line. They know things like labor costs, material costs more than we will as that weekend warrior DIYer. So talking to a local pro is always going to help in terms of budget. And then lastly, I always recommend setting aside about 10% of your total project for those unexpected or maybe expected things that always seem to come up when you're taking on a project.
Yes, of course. Good tips. And when it comes to undertaking a new project, how do we know whether it should be a DIY project or if it's time to call in a pro?
You know, that's a question we get a lot at Angi, and I always recommend starting by asking myself what I call the 3 T's. Do I have the time, the tools, and the talent to do this job well? If I don't have all 3 of those things, I'm probably not going to get the outcomes that I really, really want. So again, I always start by asking, do I have the time, tools, and talent? If I don't have all 3, it's probably a great job to call in a pro, get some real skilled help doing that and accomplishing the project.
This is great. Mallory, where can we go for more information?
Yeah, so if you're looking for anything from inspiration to when you're ready to make that hiring decision, Angi.com is a great resource. Also, we have an app that you can find in your app store. It's the Angi app, so Angi.com or the Angi app.
Thank you for joining us today. Have a wonderful day, Mallory. Great to see you.
Awesome. Thank you.